Hi, everyone. And I have two stories I'd like to share with everyone today. So the first story that I have is called Watch Me Throw the Ball by Mo Williams. La, la, la. A ball. You found my ball. This is your ball? Yes, I threw it from way over there. You threw this ball from way over there? I'm very good at throwing. Wow. May I throw your ball? You want to throw my ball? Yes. Do you know the secret to throwing? Sure. Have fun. Fun? Throwing this ball is not easy. It takes skill. It takes practice. I worked very hard to learn how to throw this ball. See Piggy's face? Piggy's like, Elephant's like, this is serious business. Right? Gerald's like, this is serious. Very hard. Got it. May I throw? Yes. Maybe one day you can throw like me. Stand back. Pig throwing. Let's see how Piggy throws. Bling. Flap. Well, how about that? I threw the ball so far that you can't even see it. Woohoo! Who rocks? Piggy rocks. Call me Super Pig. With my arm power, ha. Piggy. Need to throw the ball? Here's a pig to call. Piggy. You mean Super Pig, right? Super Pig, I can see your ball. It's back here. You see the ball? It's behind him. Do you know what this means? I threw the ball all the way around the world. Yeah. The pig does it again. Super Pig is really neat. Super Pig cannot be beat. Piggy, you did not throw the ball all the way around the world. Look at Gerald. The ball flew behind you and it fell here. And that's not very far. Not very far at all. So Gerald's like, you didn't throw the ball all the way around the world. You're not Super Pig. You threw the ball behind you. You're right, Gerald. I did not really throw the ball very far, but I had fun. La, 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 la. So Piggy's still really happy. Piggy had fun. And Gerald's like, Bling. Woo! 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 I rock. And he realized that could be fun too. And that was Watch Me Throw the Ball by Mo Williams. I hope you enjoyed that story. I have another one for you today, and it's Pete the Cat. And Pete the Cat checks out the library. So Pete the Cat is going to the library. So let's see what happens when he goes. By James Dean. Pete's mom is taking him to the library for the first time. The librarian gives Pete his very own library card. Cool, says Pete. The librarian smiles. Time for a tour. So she's going to give him a whole tour. The librarian takes Pete through the library. There's a big desk where people wait to check out books, right? That's where you go to the desk to check out your books. Pete sees some of his friends reading at a long table. It's very peaceful and quiet. How relaxing. And it is. It's so nice just to sit and read. It's very relaxing. The librarian takes Pete to her favorite room. There's lots of Pete-sized chairs and tables and shelves. There's books of every shape, size, and color. What do I do now? Pete asks. Well, now you read a book, the librarian says. Which book should I read? Says Pete. You can read any book that you like, says the librarian. Pete looks around. There are so many books, right? That could be a problem. You get to choose any book you want, but there's so many. So it's like, which book do I choose? Pete picks up a book all about airplanes and jets. He reads it and pretends that he's a stunt pilot. He flies a super fast jet and does loop-de-loops and spirals high in the sky. Then Pete finds a book with dragons, wizards, and unicorns on the cover. It reads and it imagines that he is a powerful wizard with magic spells and a special wand to defend his castle against a fire-breathing dragon. That sounds like a very exciting book. Next, Pete opens up a book about spiders and insects. He reads and imagines that he's a scientist studying all types of critters in the wild. And that's a nonfiction book. There's lots of nonfiction books that you can choose to learn about lots of different things. And this one's about spiders and insects. He has to be very still to study some critters and some very fast to study others because, right, butterflies go really super fast. Then Pete chooses a book with all sorts of scary monsters on the cover. It's a book of fairy tales. Pete reads it and pretends that he's in a dark, spooky forest trying to outsmart the big bad wolf. Pete puts the book back on the shelf. This book is too scary for me. That one's too scary for him. Pete opens a book about pyramids in Egypt. It reads and he pretends that he explores riding a camel across the desert. So this is a book all about Egypt. That's another nonfiction book. And climbing to the top of the giant pyramid. Next, Pete picks a book with all sorts of robots on the cover. He reads it and imagines that he's a robot at the robot dance party. He pretends he's a robot. This is a book all about robots. His arms and legs make whizzing sounds when he moves. When a robot beeps, he says, bleep, 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 bloop, pretending he's a robot. Next, Pete picks out a book about superheroes. He reads it and makes believe that he is a superhero. He flies around the city in a colorful cape, chasing the bad guys and saving the day. Then Pete spots a big book about the ocean and all its creatures. He reads it and imagines that he's a scientist in a submarine deep in the Atlantic Ocean, looking for whales, squids, and sharks. See, another nonfiction, all about ocean animals. There are so many wonderful books to read at the library that Pete can be whatever he imagines in a book. And that's true. Any book you read, you're using your imagination. And a book can be anything. That's the great thing about books. And when you read them, you're using your imagination. So reading is super groovy. So check out books today. Thank you for listening to my stories. I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you, everyone.